Peter Morici, still with us, economist. Peter, let me draw your attention to the very first remarks that the president said at his speech today at the United Nations. He said, we have accomplished, his administration has accomplished more in the last 2 years than any other administration in history. I believe those were his precise words. At which point, the audience laughed. What do you make of that?
Well, I think they recognized that he was speaking a bit to his domestic audience with the midterm election coming up. And that really didn't fit in an international speech the way much of the rest that he did fit in. I mean, there wasn't a lot new. In reality, what he did was string the beads into a coherent and understandable message. It was really the Trump doctrine laid out. It was the most cogent foreign policy speech I've heard in quite some time. Not Mr. Trump, not just Mr. Trump, but any president. It was a remarkable speech.
What about his views on the economy? I mean, he's saying, look, we've achieved more than any other administration in history. That is a little hyperbole, is it not?
Well, we were told that we were in a permanent 2% growth mode, and in fact, the Obama folks couldn't even accomplish that. And now he's accomplished about 50% better. I mean, if we're told by the people who support global governance, who support civil society, who basically support importing Euro-socialism to America, that this is it, no more can be accomplished, and you break through that glass ceiling of 2% in a fundamental and salutary way, then I guess you've accomplished something that, no other president has accomplished. You've basically proven that the Democratic standard bearer in the form of Barack Obama was absolutely wrong.
He did bash socialism and applied it to Venezuela. And as he was talking about Venezuela, the camera was on the Venezuelan delegate in the assembly right there. He appeared to be smiling. No idea why.
Well, I mean, the Venezuelan delegate's in a very tough position. We really don't know what he thinks. If he opposes his government and goes home, he faces a very dark future. He probably doesn't want to just apply for political asylum. We really don't know what's going on inside his head. But, I mean, we have to believe that he struck a nerve. On the other hand, he could be in total disbelief, and that's why he smiled. We just don't know. All we know is that folks like Ms. Cortez in New York, who think that socialism is a great package, ought to ask themselves, would I want to raise my children in Venezuela?
Peter, I'm sorry, I just misunderstood what you said at the very end there. Go ahead.
I said, people like Ms. Cortez in New York who think socialism is a great deal ought to ask themselves, or Mr. Sanders, would I want to raise my children or grandchildren in Venezuela?
Yes, good one. Good point. Peter, thanks very much for being here today. A very important performance today, bearing in mind what the president had to say. Morici, you're all right. See you again soon.